welcome to an African Day APU video. Today we're going to be cooking an African dish and showing it to an IJC representative and seeing what she thinks about it. Today we're here with our guest and her name is?
Tanya, nice to meet you.
And what semester are you in currently?
I'm third year, 6th semester.
You mentioned to me earlier that you're actually an exchange student.
I'm double degree program.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's actually very interesting to me that you're already in the circle. Like I wish I could do the same thing right now. What are the type of people that you usually look for when recruiting, or from what you've seen from the process?
We're usually a very open circle, so anybody is welcome and try it out and look into it. However, we're looking for people obviously who are open to meet international students or Japanese students, so we hope to find open-minded people or people who might also be a little shy at the start, but then who want to meet other people. So yeah, just people who are like motivated to.
And do you know currently how many nationalities there are? Or like from the top of your head, do you think you could like name it by thinking about members and being like, oh, this country, this country?
As far as I'm aware, we're roughly more than 10 different nations. So there, from Europe, we have Norway, France, and Germany. Then there are some Vietnamese, Thai, Indonesian, Japanese, obviously, Korean. So yeah, lots of different nations and lots of different mixes. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Oh, so when you guys do all this cooking stuff, you get to try so many different types of things, like you said earlier. Like you guys had 3 different meals from different regions. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
So when you do activities and things like, you know, like the activities that you set up, what is it that you usually think about when making these activities? Is it more the inclusion of people, or like how you can post on social media to show like the inclusion, or what is the favorite part of it?
It depends a little bit on the activity. So sometimes we just play games just to get to know each other. Like it's a fun activity and it's not so stiff. But sometimes also we want to show our culture. So that's why we made the Tanabata or the cherry blossom picnic, just to also bring like us foreigners the Japanese culture. But yeah, we are also very open. So if somebody has an idea like, hey, I would like to do this, or I want to show you this, we're very open to listen to it. And usually, yeah, like last time we got introduced to some French games because he wanted to introduce us to it. So it really depends, yeah, how people are motivated.
So then let's get into the cooking. So today I'm going to be making a dish that my mom calls katsaf dijaj. It's, I would say, a Somali Saudi dish, and it's very important to me. Honestly, I think it tastes really nice, and you know, like those childhood meals that you just really love. So I'm going to be making that today. I did a bit of prep prior to coming here, so I'm going to explain that to you a little bit, and then we'll get started. I cut up an onion and I cut up a leek, and I get very confused if it's actually a leek or a spring onion. The grocery shopping here gets a little bit confusing. I don't know if it's the same for you when you first moved here.
Same,
but yeah.
Still the same.
So the spices that I put into this dish is actually cumin powder, coriander, Pilau seasoning, and paprika, garlic powder, and just curry powder. Curry powder is very, very, like we actually get, for me, I get my curry powder from back home because it's not too strong for me here. So yeah. And then I also have these. These are, you said they look cute earlier.
Yeah, they're so good.
There are tiny, tiny bouillon cubes and Maggi cube. And then there's chicken, basmati rice, and canned tomatoes. So this actually adds like the color. I mean, because usually you would use saffron, but it's so expensive, so this adds a color to it as well. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? What's Pilau?
Pilau seasoning. Okay, I can explain that as well. So actually, Pilau seasoning is a mixture of different seasonings. So there's cinnamon in it, there's cardamom, there's cumin, coriander, like just a spice mix. Yeah. Because it has so many seasonings, even on dishes I don't need to, I just take a teaspoon and I go, and then I'm like, you know, the smell of the cinnamon.
Nice. It's like in Europe we use, or in Germany we use a lot of Italian herb mixes. Just Italian herb or Mediterranean herb, but probably it's the equivalent.
Yeah. No. I always cut off the skin. It's not anything against Japanese chicken breast, but it just doesn't crisp up the way that I would like it to. It gets really soggy. Honestly, I don't know if anyone has the same problem as me, but I undercook chicken, so I slice it in half so it's thinner, so that it doesn't take as long. I put a lot of seasoning already in the onions. You put the onions in the pan and you start to fry it up. You put the rice in actually, so you wash the rice, put the rice in, fry the rice a little bit, Yeah, then add the tomato can and then add water and then you put the chicken in. And because the chicken's being steamed with the water with seasoning, it tastes really nice. So I'm just gonna rinse real quick because I really don't like the sticky feeling of chicken. Ah! I'm sorry. This is the new AP House 5 kitchen, so I'm not very good at the facilities. It's way bougier than what I was used to when I first moved here. So when you guys usually cook dishes at IJC, is it something that's like planned, like a whole day event, or like how do you split it up?
Usually when we decide we do a cooking session, we see how much time it is. Like last time we rented AP House 2 kitchen and we rented it I think for 6 hours, but in the end we stayed like 3-4 hours with like cleaning and meeting, and often we don't only cook one dish, but we had like 2 main dishes and dessert, so it all takes a little longer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you vote on which dishes to do from which countries, or is it more like a each person from the club gets to choose one type of thing?
The last time we did the voting, so people offered what they are capable of cooking and comfortable cooking, and the decision fell on a German dish and a French dish and a Japanese dish.
Oh, that's so like spread out. Like it's not just set to a region. And do you guys like all have different jobs when you're cooking, or how does it work?
Yeah, so last time, because there was 3 people suggesting the 3 dishes, so we had the 3 main chefs, so to say, and then people helping. So we said, hey, this needs to be cut, or this needs to be mixed, or we showed them how to do it, and so we had like little subgroups, and then we all cooked together and ate together.
The meal is done. This is how it looks like. Usually you'd actually have chapati with this, but we're working with what we have, so let's go. We're gonna go get some food and eat. Do you like it? I feel like I've added too many spices. Thank you guys so much for watching our video today, and thank you so much to our guests for coming and watching me disastrously cook a meal for her. Now you know a little bit more about circles and things that happen at APU, and honestly, by far, this is one of my favorite circles because of the the little national mix that's going on by everyone there. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you.